Welcome back to Noob School. This is where we interview sales pros that can help you get off to a great start in sales. Okay, one more thing. If you're in sales, you're going to get this question from time to time from the big boss, whether that's the owner or the VP of sales. They're going to say, hey, what's going on with that big account that we're trying to close this quarter? They're going to drive you crazy, all right, with that question. I did the same thing. So that's just what happens. So here's the 3 levels of responses you can give, okay? The best response is that they would never ask you that question. Now, how would that be? It's because you've already talked to them and you keep the bosses updated, all right? The very best salespeople would always keep the bosses updated. Hey, I talked to them this week. Here's what's going on. I'll give you another update next Tuesday, right? So they stay in front of the boss. That's the people who end up being business owners, okay? The second level person, let's say they haven't gotten through to them this week, but they would be able to honestly say, hey, Coach, listen, I've tried just about everything. I've hit him up on LinkedIn. I've dropped by the office. I dropped by, some cookies to their break room. I had my friend who knows him call him. I've tried 5 or 6 different things to get in there, and I haven't touched him this week yet. So I wonder, given that you're the owner of the company, maybe you could drop a call in there for me and help me get through because I'm having a hard time. So that, that's kind of bringing the owner or the boss into it, kind of being in the game with you versus them asking you to go do something, which I think is it's a good thing to do. You want the boss on your side, and honestly, very often the boss can get through where the rep can't. So bring them in and get help where you can. So here's the third thing you can do, and this is, when you say something like this makes the boss think they made a mistake when they hired you, okay? If they say, hey, what's up with this account? And you say, well, I don't know, I sent an email. I sent them an email. Now, that seems almost like a dumb story or a cliche or something, but it happens. People still do it. They think, if I just send an email, that's all I've got to do. Well, who knows what happened to that email? Maybe it got blocked in spam. Maybe this person's got 300 emails backlogged. Who knows? So you got to do a lot more than that to consider yourself a great salesperson, or more importantly, someone who's destined for greatness, right? If you're doing this great stuff when you're just starting out, you're arcing to someone who's going to be a business owner or a real player in the game later on. So do more than you're asked, find a way to make it happen, and do a heck of a lot more than just sending an email.